Hello students. So let us start chapter 2 of economics, which is very I think interesting chapter, and I usually teach this chapter through discussion because you all are already aware of most of the things of chapter. So let's start the sectors of Indian economy. Classification. In this first video of this chapter, I am going to cover classification of economic sectors. And we will discuss about on different basis how different economic sectors are classified. Here we are going to discuss on the basis of nature of activity. हर किसी भी चीज की क्लासिफिकेशन का एक बेस होता है. Like if your sports teacher has come in your class and trying to divide you on the basis of your interest in different sports, okay, and means criteria is fixed, basis is fixed. For any teacher, that criteria may be your excellence in that particular subject. Okay, so we need to be aware of कि किस basis पर हम actually इनको classify कर रहे हैं. So on the basis of nature of activity, we classify Indian economic sectors into primary, secondary and tertiary. I know you are already aware of the names, right? So let's discuss primary sector. When we are using natural resources and producing natural things. Here we are exploiting or using natural resources. Like if I'll take example of agriculture. Here we are using soil, land, water, right? So all these natural things are being used to produce the products, right? Then the same output of primary sector is being used in secondary sector and we change its form. I used to say we don't actually produce things here, we manufacture, because production to yahan ho gayi. Now like we may take example of bread. Bread is made of wheat, biscuits are made of wheat and sugar. So whatsoever is the output of primary sector becomes input here, and that input, by using that input, what do? We manufacture the products, means we change the form of those products, right? Then tertiary sector provides services to primary and secondary. Like wheat is there, so we are taking wheat to the industries and factories, right? So this service is being provided by tertiary sector. Understood? So here production of products is done. Here we manufacture the products and here we provide services, right? So that's why examples are related. You can easily understand, I think, agriculture, dairy, fishing, forestry. Here cloth, bread, biscuits, industrial products as I explained you, transportation, banking, like teaching, I'm providing you my services. So I come in this category, right? So that's why primary sector, because of importance of agriculture and production, we call it agriculture sector. The other name of primary sector is agriculture sector. And the other name of secondary sector is industrial sector. Other name of tertiary sector is service sector, because providing services is so easy and you have already done in 7th, 8th, right? Now all these three sectors are interdependent. They can't exist without each other, because secondary sector is dependent upon the primary sector for its input. Tertiary sector is providing services, so both the sectors are dependent upon tertiary sector. This is the reason whenever in any country there is boost up या एक भी कोई भी sector boost up होता है तो उसका impact दूसरे sectors पर भी पड़ता है, right? So if there will be boosting up of these sectors, automatically there will be more need of tertiary sector. So all these are interdependent. You should be aware of. By giving example you may explain it. Now very important question of this chapter as well as term to understand, that is GDP. Okay, there are actually two terms, GNP and GDP, but in your syllabus just GDP is there. GDP is equal to primary, secondary and tertiary sector. How? Firstly, full form of this is gross domestic product. Domestic घर पे, gross total product means we are talking about the output, which includes value of all final products which are being produced by primary obviously and secondary manufacturing output and services, the value of services, क्योंकि services की तो हम value लगाते हैं ना कि कितनी value है. So produced within means domestic, within a country. I hope you understood. This definition is very important for in 1 mark they may ask you the question. So GDP is actually indicator of how much GDP will be. You will get to know how big the economy is of that particular country. So obviously ये बहुत ही difficult task है कि हम एक फैमिली का बजट भी बनाते हैं ना, तो उसमें भी बहुत ज़्यादा हमें मुश्किलें आती हैं. बट यहाँ व्हेन वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट अ बिग कंट्री, सो दिस बहुत बड़ी इस टास्क को करने के लिए वी हैव सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट मिनिस्ट्री. ये इनकी जॉब है इस सबको कैलकुलेट करना जीडीपी को. ओके, आई होप यू अंडरस्टूड. इन केस यू हैव डाउट, कमेंट एंड आई विल रिप्लाई. थैंक यू सो मच.